Aha, pen motu bubulu.
Aba Ndigbo.
Aha, pen yeligo.
Ejiofor.
Okwewe budike n'obodo.
Obodo ajụrụ oyi.
Pen ife kanku.
Ife kanku nọ ya ego.
Ife kanku.
Ife kanku nọ ya ego.
Ife ama
nọ ya ego.
Ado man. Ado man. Ado bude. Na sulu hegu hasu dunuma nekwe banke melungu puta kajuto
Mawalu moji.
Jabugu sili kerina
Mawalu moji.
Manobu zinka ka ejialia
Mawalu moji.
Mbeku gara malubido
Mawalu moji.
Asino harakata ka onagazi
Mawalu moji.
Onyu wa enwenyi omao
Mawalu moji.
Onyamu maradile na mulia
Mawalu moji.
Yana nkutofia bu nwanne
Mawalu moji.
Anu febudene ka onazaku
Mawalu moji.
Mana jara wankenu
Mawalu moji.
Uzo afya ibudene nobu konto
Mawalu moji.
Idambavi nagachiazu
Mawalu moji.
Organiru aro maka onye nkolopu obi
Mawalu moji.
Onye garabada onye ruabo
Mawalu moji.
Ezulezu ememe alụlalu eme nchukwa
Mawalu moji.
Oji ọnụ egbu ọjị saa
Mawalu moji.
Abachala ekwo gafere ọdụdụ oke
Mawalu moji.
Ọfụrụ dike aka gị ife ọkalụ
Mawalu moji.
Onye ume ngwapụta ọkụkọ mkpụrụ akwụ
Mawalu moji.
Onye ya si n'ogwu maka na doji
Mawalu moji.
Ebe ama n'ife afụ na ọchaghalụkwa
Mawalu moji.
Ojiri ọnụ lecha oweri lesalụ
Mawalu moji.
Okwu na-efife were abalị megharịkwa
Mawalu moji.
Ọnụ efu na-alụ nọ n'aja igbugbu
Mawalu moji.
Ma ikuku bi otu unyu nọ n'ogbo nne
And the scholarship is real. We thank God for your parents and for the adoration zones from where some of you came from. Irrespective of your background, it is the will of God to exalt you. It is the will of God to make you great. And if you are ready to be great, shout great. Great!
Prayer and courses.
Great!
Yeah,
So the sky is not
that's the
your
bit I'm
limit.
looking for.
Sky is your starting point.
His prayer and
God
courses.
will do his best in your lives. Amen. Don't tell anybody.
Prayer and courses. Yeah, and that and the prayer is on the program he was talking about. What he said about this about undeserved causes or what undeserved causes. So he said undeserved causes that we should and his topic was that we should pray for undeserved causes. And just 1 minute, let me see what he said again here. Let me quote him.
Aha, kwenu motu bubulu.
Aba Ndigbo.
Abu no ya mayone me. Amade mi hone me. Oya na bugano. Abu no mayone me. Amade mi hone me. Amori magayere bo secretary mama kuri ma secretary. Ebe ko mu Chineke nkusu na ki gwa ndị agha. Oye kwubilo okwu na Genesis 8:21 saying, I will not call the earth again. Everything that devoured the lives of the children of God. Oh, when camera.
Stop going, my friend. Just wait. All this is just Igbo. Surely they are not Igbo. Why thinking? I don't think all this is the Igbo way of life. Because a lot of things have gone wrong with all these religious people. They have made our people to be stagnant in life. That's why we are suffering left, right, and center, above and beyond, everywhere. That's why our people are all over the place, all over the world. You think it's a good thing? People will migrate from their home, their villages, and from their cities to a different country and become a second citizens. Yeah, I'm not saying that traveling is not good. Traveling is good, but not in all these manners. People are leaving their home in bunch. Yeah, because the only remedy now to what is happening in Nigeria is for people to travel out of the country and search for greener pastures. So it's not like it's very bad in to some extent. Yeah, good if you are going abroad for a vacation or for a business trip, but if you're going for all this to search for greener pastures, definitely it's wrong, because you are leaving a lot of things, man. Which is, if government is good, people not live in bunch. People might leave because some people might like to work abroad. It's all these people moving in bunch, in huge numbers, both even the professionals and non-professionals, everybody are moving out. So costs, any undeserved cost shall not stand, according to Father Mbaka. So cost meaning is, cost is a solemn utterances intended to invoke a supernatural power to inflict harm or punishment on someone. That's what curse means in English. A solemn utterances intended to invoke a supernatural power to inflict harm or punishment on someone. Okay. Yeah, Igbo kind of Igbo mmadụ ọnụ na Igbo word for it, okay, is Igbo ọnụ. That's Igbo mmadụ ọnụ. Igbo mmadụ ọnụ, yeah, Igbo mmadụ for in a negative way. So that's what it means. But we have to find out if that actually works. If that is true, if it actually works. Because sometimes what we see as cause is even what we created for ourselves. If you are lazy, or if you are skillless, and if you are illiterate, if you have not acquired any skills, if you have not acquired any education, yeah, and you remain poor and even pass on the poverty to your children and to your future generations, and you call it cause, yeah. So many people who are suffering now, it's not because of cause. I may say, it's not because of cause. It's because of maybe their parents or their grandparents or their because we all know that our great grandparents did not go to school. They had to acquire modern education and modern skills that could fetch them enough wealth which they could have passed on to us, So, but a lot of people's parents acquired the wealth. That's why some of them are not suffering today. Then it's up to us now to ensure that we acquire such wealth or skills that we ensure that our children and the people coming after them will not suffer again. So if you're waiting, if you are still thinking of going to all these places like church, like Mbaka adoration, to pray or shout amen and receive and all this stuff. You might shout it today, and tomorrow the same story will surface again. Like by the time you hit 70 and nothing happens, your children will start suffering. And also, if your children could not even liberate the family tree from that same thing, it will linger on to even the 100th generation, when you must have gone, when you must have become an ancestor, and they'll keep on mentioning causes. Nothing like causes, man. So this is the whole route to causes. If you fail to do what you are supposed to do, that's when the cause comes up. Okay, let's listen to Father Mbaka and see what he says. Okay, yeah, let's see.
Abuna my honey, mama de me honey me. Abuno ya my honey me. Amade me honey me. Oya na bugano. Abuna my honey me. Amade me honey me. Amori magayo de secretary mama kuri ma secretary. Ebe ko mu chileke nkusu na kigwe ndi agha. Oye kubilo okwu na Genesis 8:21 saying, I will not call the earth again.
So this is the issue now. I'm saying it's not issue. I'm not after all this all this speaking or stammering in a song. Yeah, you are talking about what is going to be done to stop the undeserved cause. You said it will not stand, and you're talking about Genesis. Genesis happened in the Bible, and nobody knows when or where it happened. You should be talking. I thought you should be look at multitude of people. Imagine people here are numbering up to 10,000. Let me just say 10,000 people, able-bodied men and women here, waiting for this hopeless hope, false sermons. Imagine. So when people are listening to this kind of sermons, and you are lifting their mind that what happened in Genesis or Mark or Luke or Exodus or Isaiah or Jeremiah will happen in their time, it's impossible, because if you go abroad, nobody know. They are not working according to Genesis, Mark, Luke, and whatever they said. They are being productive. They are acquiring skills. They are getting trained. They are getting a good education. They are training in a smart way, acquiring smart techniques. That's how the world is moving now. So the world have moved past all the Genesis, Exodus, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Isaac, or whatever you are saying now. So that's the problem with the people. So imagine number of people who are suffering, who are looking unto God to provide for them. God will not provide all these things. So the causes, that's why I said the causes you said it should not stand. It will not stand when these people engage their life in something meaningful, start creating something value to sell to the public, start acquiring skills to get some good services. When they start like cultivating the land, learning modern skills, like IT professionals, like computer and software engineer, all this stuff. Not necessarily going to university. They could run it. There's some training centers, trade. Yeah, those, I don't know why people are not promoting trade. Like all this trade. That's why they created that examination called NAPTEC. Like handiwork. Yeah. People are learning plumbing. People are learning electrical works. People are learning auto mechanic. Yeah. The problem with us is that we don't learn it in a modern way. Yeah. People have things have gone beyond like all this roadside mechanic. No, there are things like what they call what is it called mechatronics. So combination of electronics and auto mechanic for all these modern cars. So people are not learning towards that direction. So people are still learning in the same old direction, like in the 1980s. So imagine thousands of people here expecting the miracle. So how many people are you going to? So the problem with these people is that they are growing all these numbers. So the moment, because you'll be preaching to them, they're expecting to get the miracle. So the moment they most of them will not gain them. Maybe 10 out of 20,000 we gain by chance, maybe by chance, maybe luck, or some of them decide to go and acquire those skills, or they have people who initiate them into doing that. So majority of these people who were maybe unable to do that, we turn around into all these criminalities, like vices, like Yahoo, like what is it called? highway robbery, and all this stuff, all the manner of vices. So that's the problem we have. So the moment we start all these false preachings and encourage people to engage their life in a meaningful activity, that's when I think, hey, that's when check chat again, none of life. So that's when, okay, let's listen now.
Everything that devours the lives of the children of God. Oh, when camera me get out of you are no longer having passion for holiness, no more passion for prayer, no more passion for worshiping the Lord. Be careful of again. Abona abara bayere gi kubi okuni sigi memu mojo meya todo donenu kodogi maya na mo niga kubo onwe gi imaro yen me projection. They projected something to you. Everything they projected, reverse. Be reversed now. I said be reversed now. I said be reversed now. Fere Chineke aka. Feche punto eke doro ginono na eke doro n'aka.
You see? Now they are now creating this as content, you see? This is the power of all this sensitization. You are now sensitizing them in a more negative way. Fere Chineke aka, pray and all this stuff. All these prayers doesn't work that way. Prayer without work doesn't work. You have to pray in your house. I didn't say you can pray in your house, but all this gathering of people and saying all this doesn't work. How many of these people have acquired necessary skills to acquire the words they are looking for? They are Aku and more. Who is kuboring anybody and more? Nobody have ever done that. It's not possible. If people can do that in spirit or do that, then they should be given like all this Guinness Book of Record. Nobody have done that. So why are the white people creating this AK-47 atomic bomb, all this what is it called? Like armories they use for war, or people like all the security agents who are using guns? Why don't they go to these native doctors who could kubo madna more than acquire those charms? So you see, this is false preaching. You can't gather people like this and be just giving them all this false hope and sensitizing their mind in the more negative. That's the problem we have in this society. See, all these people are poor. Imagine breeding this poverty among more than 20,000 youths now, maybe men and women. Then after this sermon or section, they will go home and still feel poor. They'll be poor for all their time in the society. So how do you think the level of the standard of living of people will grow? It can't. Not by this rubbish preaching.
God is going to fight for you. Chineke ga-anụrụ gị ọgụ. Ma ndị nọ n'obodo oyibo anọrọ n'ebe ị na-amara agba ka ị nata.
Do you hear what he said now? Obodo Igbo and maybe no. What the essence of Obodo Igbo? If people are in Obodo Igbo without working, is it going to work? No. If people are in Obodo Igbo without acquiring necessary skills required in that country to excel, are they going to make it? No, it's not possible, because it's not like Nigeria. Because in abroad, if you are trained to be a health assistant, you have to work in the same field. If you are trained to be an engineer, you have to work in the same engineering field. If you are trained to be like a plumber, you are going to work in a plumbing as a plumber. So it's not like Nigeria, where you train as a plumber and you find yourself because you know somebody that knows somebody, you find yourself as a bank manager or a cashier in a bank, or you find yourself as a teacher. Yeah. So that's why. So some people who goes abroad might want to learn some skills in Nigeria, like auto mechanic, plumbing, vulcanizing, what is it? What is this? Welding. Welding is a very good job, and all manner of handy jobs. Then when you go to abroad, when you move to abroad, then it will be easier for you. So don't even preach that nobody has the power to draw people from abroad back to Nigeria. It's all fake. People cannot do that. People just forget about all this blah blah blah. People cannot do that. Yeah, nobody have ever proven that. It's beyond reasonable that to be saying something. Let's see. Just listen to him again. That's the problem I have with Mr. because he's learned. I respect Catholic priests as learned people, but he's not doing as a learned person. He's just saying things like all these Pentecostal pastors who are just touts and ignoramus are wandering in the street. Yeah. Father Mbaka should go and listen to Father Oloma, Father Kevin Ugu, and Bishop or Honor. So listen to them, or this Angelo Nebu, Father Angelo Nebu. Then they are all the same Catholic priests who are learned, even though I don't support the preaching of Christianity because they are all false. Nothing is proved there. Yeah, but they are sometimes in a way of humanity. That's what Father Mbaka is doing. It's right to deceive people into believing unbelievable.
ga-anụrụ gị ọgụ ma ndị nọ n'obodo oyibo anọrọ n'ebe ị na-agbara agba ka ị nata. Are you living abroad? Are you outside the country? And people are making incantations against you. We connect you to what you are doing now. Praying for liberation from curses. Join us and receive your freedom.
Hey, see, let me just shock you with one. Let me shock you with his tricks and ideas here. You see him praying for people abroad. I will show you in subsequent live broadcast. I'll show you guys all these account numbers. He has about, I think, three international bank accounts or 4. Then have local bank accounts. So all this preaching now is now targeting on those people abroad. People are back home tying you up and down to not to succeed. He's now trying to, the same way. Look, a lot of people are falling into the trap, and that's what they are doing. They will lure you into the trap, and once you start listening to them, then they will believe that all this thing they are saying is truth, and start pouring your money into their accounts, through those bank channels they created, because they have all international bank accounts. So how could you be saying that people who are living abroad are still being, tied back home? How is that possible? If it's possible, so why are these people not able to tie the governor of the state, the local government chairman of the state, those top politicians that are corrupt, that keep the state aground, So why are they unable to tie them, but they are able to tie people who are living miles away? Do you think abroad is just like a walking distance from, let's say, from city to city, or from where is it called? Maybe city to city, or village to village? No, abroad is more far away than that. You have to fly. You have to go by ship or fly. So flying takes you like 8 hours to get to Europe, 8 hours to get to Asia. Some other continents are like 12-13 hours. Yeah. So imagine someone in the United States maybe flying like about 17 hours flight. 17 hours flight. With his airplane flight. So imagine 17 hours flight from maybe US to Nigeria. Maybe because all the way from US to Holland, to Germany, Frankfurt, then connect to Nigeria. So imagine 17 hours flight, and people could do this, be in Nigeria and tie someone in America or tie someone in Europe who is for maybe 8 hours away from Nigeria by flight. Yeah, so how is that possible? It's not possible. It's not possible. ChukwuEbuka, it's not possible. This is a trick to target those people who are about to yahoo their money. Just listen again.
Country, and people are making incantations against you. We connect you to what you are doing now. Praying for liberation from curses. Join us and receive your freedom.
You see, after everything, is this not a trick? Just like that. People are suffering abroad, man. Go see, many people are suffering abroad. Most people are in prisons. Most people doesn't even have papers. People doesn't have work. The problem with our people is, especially our people, when they get abroad, You're coming to abroad without skills. Few are having skills when they're coming. Few are educated. Because people who have money to travel are mostly now this business people, or people who have sold their land, people who have not been to school before. They are tired of that they moved. So it's not like people are getting trained, getting necessary skills they should have while traveling abroad. Even barbing of hair is a skill. Even to repair computer, to repair, all those things are necessary skills. Plumbing work, welding, auto mechanical, all this stuff. People are not doing that, acquiring those skills before they travel to abroad. So some people came over to abroad and they'll be like, there's no job and they'll be suffering. And abroad is not your home. It's not like where you see some countries you go, you not even see maybe your town person or your native your tribe person, or maybe that's someone from your country. No, you might go there and found only white. You might go there and found in a different nationality like Ghana and all this stuff. So to cope, to adapt to those conditions, will take a while. Then before, if you are smart enough to cope. So sometimes you don't have to apportion all these blames on people who are back home, because you are now painting them black every time there are causes from. And when you get to home now, they will say people in the village. And if you get to the village, they say our ancestors. You see, that's how all these things lingers. So my dear people, don't listen to all these false information or false, because they should know better. Mbaka should know better. I don't know, he's not updating his mind. That's why he's giving all these false information. I know he's better than all these criminals like Ebuka, Fufeyin, and all this stuff, and still a man, because he's educated. But look at what he's doing. Yeah. I will play another. There's another video. I commend him on this video anyway. I commend him on this video. Yeah. So I commend him on this video. He did a nice. Why? Yeah, this video. This video where I'll commend him on this video.
As we want to kickstart the software engineering here, we want to tell you that we are happy with you, students of Unique and Fine International College, on scholarship. And the scholarship is real. We thank God for your parents and for the adoration zones from where some of you came from. Irrespective of your background, it is the will of God to exalt you. It is the will of God to make you great. And if you are ready to be great, shout great. Great! Are you ready to be great? Shout great. Great! Again. Great! So the sky is not your limit. Sky is your starting point. Amen. God will do his best in your lives. Amen. Don't tell anybody you are poor. Your parents cannot do this or that. God is there. With God on our side, you will reach the level where God has destined you to reach. Amen. So study with every joy, with inner peace, with love, with courage, with zero inferiority complex. You can see all these tablets and laptops in your hands. If it's from us, we can't do it, but from God, you will have something greater than this in the future.
Okay, you see it now. Now he has done well now. Yeah, I commend him so much for this. He has done a lot more than anybody. I think Ebuka could never do this. He cannot. He has never done that. You see? See, he is now empowering the youth, the young adults, with laptop system or to a PC to enable them to enhance their education. You see? This is what is called okay, if he's doing that and say the cause, any cause upon anyone will not stand. You see, this is what we eradicate that cause, because the cause is only poverty, and poverty is created by who? By the politicians, by the government of the day. That their policies created poverty and hardship in the land. So with this computer and other means of acquiring skills, modern skills, then you can be able to eradicate all these causes. So if you are going to tell them that they should pray and do this without arming them with this weapon, because that laptop is a weapon now. At this tender age, if they start to learn how to do this, operate the computer, do the coding, Then with data, before they turn even 13, 14, they will learn other skills like trading with the computer, learning how to repair computers, learning how to even communicate with people abroad, learning how to get a job while they're in Nigeria working abroad. This is how other people are doing. Like even the Filipinos, before they travel abroad, they undergo some training back home. They acquire skills before coming abroad. Even healthcare service skills, everything is on the internet. So better people are not doing that. So this, he empowered these young youths. It's commendable, but don't tell people that they have courses and with prayer they will cure these courses. They blah blah blah. It's rubbish. It's rubbish. So I am here encouraging everyone to look inward, to try to look inward of him or her mind. First, tell yourself the truth. Be critical and honest to yourself. Tell yourself the simple truth. Know where you are lagging behind. Learn modern skills. Modern skills, you should learn it. If you are up to 30 years and you have not learned how to operate a computer and you are planning to move abroad, man, you will face problems. Even back home, you should learn how to operate a computer by now. Back home, if you are 25 and above. If you learn it before 20 years, that's a kudos. That's a kudos for you. But if you haven't learned it yet, learn it now. Even if you are 50 years, you should go and learn it. Once you have a mobile phone, smartphone, it's not the same as computer, but yeah, they are different. But if you can operate a mobile phone, you can operate a computer as well. So go and learn how to operate a computer. Use the same mobile data you are using to watch videos on YouTube or Facebook, or you used to chat or gossip online. Use it to learn what is things on computer. Just connect the data to your PC, your laptop if you have one. Then use your PC to do most of the things. Then you'll be acquainted with it. So by the time you get acquainted with your PC, you can be able to even look for jobs through your PC. International jobs. Know what even educate yourself. Get some basic education from the PC. Know what is happening abroad, not only what is happening around you back home where you're staying. So that's my message to you tonight. So whether all these they are jargons. Now, this video was showing you that negative ideas they are starting to the society. Then this second video, indirectly, is empowering the youth, and they're still talking about prayers. Once you empower the youth, there's no need of talking about prayers anymore. You have given the weapon, because I'll tell you many nations who are not praying and they are doing what they are doing. So that's the truth and reality. So it's not all about all this fake and illusion and deception, So my dear, if you're watching this video, I bet you must have learned something from it. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you some other time. Bye for now. Bye for now.
Aha, kwenu watu bubululu.
Awa Ndigbo.
Aha, kwenu Ejiofor.
Ejiofor.
Okwe webudu kenu budu.
Obodo ajụrụ oyi.
Kwenu ife kanku.
Ife kanku nọ ya emo.
Ife kanku.
Ife kanku nọ ya emo.
Ife mama. Kwenu watu bubululu.
Awa Ndigbo.
Adododododo man. Aha, kwenu Ejiofor. Adodododo man. Adubudebudebe.
Budebe mlambudo.
Na-asụlụ egwu asụ dị n'ụma, na-ekwelu na-ekwe ma nke melu ngụpụta kacha ụtọ.
Gbawarụ m oji.
Ya bụ ugwu siri ike rinne.
Gbawarụ m oji.
Mana ọ bụzi nka ka eji alị ya.
Gbawarụ m oji.
Mbekwu gara malụbido.
Gbawarụ m oji.
Asị na ọhara kata ka ọ na-agazi.
Gbawarụ m oji.
Onye ụwa enwe enyi ọma o.
Gbawarụ m oji.
Onye amụma adịle na amụrịa.
Gbawarụ m oji.
Ya na nkịta ọfịa bụ nwanne.
Gbawarụ m oji.
Anụ ufe bụ udene ka ọ na-azakwu.
Gbawarụ m oji.
Mana aja ara awa nkenu.
Gbawarụ m oji.
Ụzọ afịa igbu udene n'ọbụkwọ ntụ.
Gbawarụ m oji.
ịda mba bụ na-agachi azụ
Mawalu moji.
ọganiru arọ maka onye nkolopụ obi
Mawalu moji.
onye garabada bụ onye ruru abụ
Mawalu moji.
ezulezu ememe alụlalụ ebe nchukwa
Mawalu moji.
o ji ọnụ egbu ọjị saa
Mawalu moji.
abachala ekwe ọ gafela ọdụdụ oke
Mawalu moji.
ọ fụrụ dike aka gị ife ọkalụ
Mawalu moji.
onye umengwụ apụta ọkụkọ mkpụrụ akwụ
Mawalu moji.
onye ya si n'ogwu maka na doji
Mawalu moji.
ebe ama n'ife afụ na ọchaghalụkwa
Mawalu
o
moji.
jiri ọnụ lechaa o were ilesalụ
Mawalu moji.
okwu na-efife were abalị megharịkwa
Mawalu moji.
ọnụ efu na-alụ nọ n'aja igbugbu
Mawalu moji.
ma ikuku bịa ọtụnye ụlọ n'ogbo mmiri
Mawalu moji.
ụchụgbakwọ ndị uju egwu ji abalị agba
Mawalu moji.
anasokwo ndị oji egwu eti mmanwụ
Mawalu moji.
mgbe ngana
Mawalu moji.
mgbugbe gbula ọbịa
Mawalu
mana
moji.
enwere ajọ mmụọ o ji isi anya ọkụ
Mawalu moji.
azụrụ anụ ka o buru igu ntị echie
Mawalu moji.
isi na-egbu oge dị ọwa nkụtara akpụ
Mawalu moji.
chọọ nwoke na nwoke du n'obi
Mawalu moji.
ebunu na nwoke na-eri n'ude
Mawalu moji.
agakata agba ọkụrụ ka eji amadị ike
Mawalu moji.
ọdụ ka mkpụmedọ na ibele mmiri
Mawalu moji.
ebili tụcha na arụ mkpụ moduru ike
Mawalu moji.
ọkpọchi ntị ka ejiri kee
Mawalu moji.
na ntachi obi ịnyịnya ibu ji aga n'ugwu
Mawalu moji.
ụganịta ka ọdabụrụ na ama abụba
Mawalu moji.
uzokozu arụ mmiri ogugbu jajalala
Mawalu moji.
ọkụ na-agbụ itoolugo
Mawalu moji.
ologbo ezi n'azụ
Mawalu moji.
kama na ọ na-edebekwa igwe obodo
Mawalu moji.
okwu na ụka ghara ịgakọ ife obu n'isi
Mawalu moji.
agụ ọrụ n'ogbe gota na amacha ọrụ
Mawalu moji.
ore jere ife ọzọ sotu ife o ji bi ụwa
Mawalu moji.
agụ ogokata bunye ya ụwa niile
Mawalu moji.
anya atọ nwa nduru na akpa akịdị
Mawalu moji.
ajọ na-achụ ụlọ akara aka
Mawalu moji.
osi na nkwụ dapụ jebe n'ọjị kenu
Mawalu
osi
moji.
na ọgbakọrịcha anya bụ agụ ya egbu ya
Mawalu moji.
ma ọrịa gbughị ozu ya na ya were naba
Mawalu moji.
na ya ghọtọ na-edo n'enu
Mawalu moji.
atụ nri ife na njuju ara ajụta ife
Mawalu
mgbe ebe ama na-ara ekpu afọ ime aka
Mawalu moji.
asị na-egbo kata ide ọkwapụ mgbo n'ụwa
Mawalu moji.
ka apịachalụ ya ilo na ọya bala ji
Jajalu yilo.
ebe o si bi ụwa denu
Jajalu
si
yilo.
egbozi na nwa egbunu ọsọ ka o ji arị ugwu
Jajalu
si
yilo.
ekwe na ome nke abụla arịrị naba mmụọ
Jajalu yilo.
ibe dị iche du n'iru enwe na onogbo
Jajalu yilo.
atụrụ dalụ onu n'ọwụ dị a na-akụgharịa
Jajalu yilo.
ọkụkọ o ji ihe ejikwa na-akwa ọcha
Jajalu yilo.
anụ ọbịa ya ba anụ nọ n'olu
Jajalu yilo.
akwa ọkụkọ dọ na nkata
Jajalu yilo.
ama nke nwoke na nwunye
Jajalu yilo.
a na-ama ngwọrọ n'ụgbọ
Jajalu yilo.
ama afọ ya mụ eze n'iru
Jajalu yilo.
onyinye amala dị n'iche n'iche
Jajalu yilo.
nye nwa ngwugwu onye ukwu bụrụ bịara
Jajalu yilo.
ọ na-eme agwọ ọgbata obi nye eke
Jajalu yilo.
onye kara obi azabakwa ọnụ nwụọna
Jajalu yilo.
ndị ajụjụ a na-abịazie n'uju ewi
Jajalu yilo.
nkodo na mbe ga-ebelu mba nninu
Jajalu yilo.
ọmụmatụ be mmekọdụme egwu ojukwu ike mba nnewi dịka ugwu agbụdogbu enyi tara gwụsịa
Jajalu yilo.
legharị ibe anya n'iyi ama
Jajalu yilo.
site n'iji ọba na okwu ọnụ na omume
Jajalu yilo.
ọ bụrụgodo nwata ka ọ bụ
Jajalu yilo.
ga-abụsịara n'aka na abọ ka eji ebu ya
Jajalu yilo.
abọ na ya zi ebe o siri dị eteka
Jajalu yilo. Ebe o si na-eteka. Jajalu yilo.
esesepụ aka na-arụ
Jajalu yilo. Ebe o si na-eteka. Jajalu yilo.
dibụ na nabata ọbịarubeghị
Jajalu yilo. Ebe o si na-eteka. Jajalu yilo.
ibeleke n'ịmara onye na-etu gị afa
Jajalu yilo. Ebe o si na-eteka. Jajalu yilo.
gụwa ofe ka mara ọchị nkịta
Jajalu yilo. Ebe o si Edeka Piachalu Ilo
ebe na-alịrị akpọ n'obodo ikpe
Piachalu Ilo Ebosi Edeka Piachalu Ilo
ike ọbụla ji ugo balụ na nkata ọjị
Piachalu Ilo Ebosi Edeka Piachalu Ilo
ị na-echegbu oke afụrụ mụọ nkakwụ
Piachalu Ilo Ebosi Edeka Piachalu Ilo
ụzụ na-eruru igwe ọgba ofe kegharị
Piachalu Ilo Ebosi Edeka Piachalu Ilo
ife ndị na-ata gwụgo ya ezudike
Piachalu Ilo Ebosi Edeka Piachalu Ilo
mmiri dị omimi ji nwa ya elu n'igwe
Piachalu Ilo Ebosi Edeka Piachalu Ilo
ụdọ ọrụ eji onye bịara ụwa nnukwu ozi
Piachalu Ilo Ebosi Edeka Piachalu
ozi
Ilo
ọ bịalụ si n'izu agbalụ na ọra mmụọ
Piachalu Ilo Ebosi Edeka Piachalu Ilo
ka ntụ nnụ arọ ife ọ bịalụ ya emezu
Piachalu Ilo Ebosi Edeka Piachalu Ilo